The city burned behind him. Flames reflected in the rain-soaked streets, and the sound of distant sirens screamed through the night. Adrian clutched his bleeding side, his breath ragged. The wound wasn't what hurt the most, it was her. Lena stood across from him, gun in hand, her emerald eyes cold and unrecognizable. The same eyes he had once sworn to protect, the same woman he had once dreamed of spending forever with. "You betrayed me," Adrian whispered, his voice raw with disbelief. Lena exhaled sharply, but her grip on the gun didn't waver. "No, Adrian, you just never saw the truth." Lightning split the sky above them. The past, the love, the lies, it all crashed down like a storm. And the worst part, Adrian still loved her. 3 years earlier, Adrian and Lena had been inseparable. He was a former military operative working in private security, and she was a brilliant hacker who had spent her life escaping the ghosts of her past. They met in the middle of chaos, both after the same target, a corrupt billionaire who had left countless bodies in his wake. Their partnership had been dangerous. Their love had been even more so. Lena made Adrian feel alive in a way he never had before. She was fierce, unpredictable, and terrifyingly intelligent, but she also carried secrets, ones she never spoke about. One night, as they lay in bed, Adrian traced a scar on her shoulder. "Who gave you this?" Lena hesitated, then whispered, "Someone I once trusted." She didn't say more. Adrian should have pressed for answers. He should have seen the signs, but he was too in love, too blind. The job had seemed simple: break into a heavily guarded vault, steal classified files that would expose the world's most dangerous crime syndicate, and disappear. But nothing had been simple that night. Adrian had fought through an army of mercenaries, barely making it out alive. And when he finally got to the extraction point, expecting Lena to be there waiting for him, she wasn't. Instead, he found himself surrounded by armed men. The leader smirked, tossing a single bullet at his feet. "Courtesy of your girlfriend." Adrian's blood turned to ice, and then he saw her, Lena, standing beside the man he had spent years hunting. "Sorry, Adrian," she said, her voice emotionless. "This was always bigger than you." Before he could react, a gunshot rang out. Pain exploded in his side. Lena had pulled the trigger. Now, standing in the burning city, Adrian had a choice. His heart told him one thing, his mind told him another. "You were the only thing that was real to me," Adrian said, his voice breaking. Lena's expression wavered, just for a second. Then she whispered, "Then you should have never trusted me." Adrian lunged. The fight was brutal. Years of training collided, her speed against his strength, her cunning against his fury. Gunfire, knives, broken glass, they tore through each other like two forces destined to destroy. And yet, every punch, every blow was filled with something neither of them could deny. Love, pain, regret. Finally, Adrian pinned her against the wall, his knife pressed against her throat. "Give me one reason why I shouldn't end this." Lena smiled, a sad, broken smile. "Because you still love me." Adrian's grip tightened. He wanted to deny it. He wanted to end her. But she was right. He dropped the knife. And just like that, Lena vanished into the shadows. Weeks later, Adrian stood on a rooftop, looking at the city below. He had lost everything. But deep down, he knew one thing. This wasn't over. Lena had betrayed him. But something in her eyes that night told him the truth. She had done it for a reason. One day he would find out why. And when he did, he would either save her or destroy her. The war wasn't over. Not by a long shot.